I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money loves me. I am a magnet. Hello, this is Michelle Blood, and I am so excited to be able to present to you today Mr. Money Magnet himself, Rev.Ike. In April 2006, after 10 years of writing down my goal of wanting to meet Rev.Ike, after 10 years, not only did we get to meet him, we absolutely got him to do this amazing teleconference call, which I am so happy to present to you today. This man has ministered to millions of people's minds all over the world to teach them prosperity principles and the consciousness of money. He is the man who has taught so many people, world leaders, athletes, religious leaders, politicians, movie stars, how to attract what you want so that you can be, do, and have all that you would like to have, and love to have, and desire to have. So some of this recording may be a little distorted when all of the audience comes in, because we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on this call from all over the world. Actually, I think it was over 1,000 people from all over the world that came on this historical moment, because Rev.Ike does not do this sort of thing, teleconference calls and anything anymore. So this is Rev.Ike, April 2006, Money Consciousness. And now I'm more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Welcome to this wonderful call, this historical moment with the awesome Rev.Ike. And he is the success and prosperity preacher. He has been a minister, a teacher, a motivator, evangelist, counselor, and pastor to millions of people for well over 50 years. And he dared to go. Can you guys imagine what it was like back then, where theologians, Bible teachers, and preachers would not? And he had his, amazing TV show, radio, huge meetings, and he had the nerve to teach prosperity now, long before anybody else. I mean, I know that even today, some of our closest friends and family will say we're all nuts, we're all woo-woo because we're into mind science, and that we're into loving God in us. And Rev.Ike is the minister who really, really started this. He just started with a handful of faithful supporters, and then he turned out those people how to get turned on to life, to show them. He's the one who said how to be, do, and have. Everybody else has plagiarized and shares it later, but Rev.Ike is the one who started it all. He's attracted and taught people from all over the world, ordinary people, rich, poor, famous, movie stars, political figures, sports champions, even priests and rabbis. He is, to this day, he has thousands of testimonies and letters pouring in still to this day from all over the world, from the absolute amazing stuff that people have received, good health, healing, joy, love, success, prosperity, good fortune, and more money. So we are so excited and honored to have Rev.Ike on the call. Everybody give Rev.Ike some love. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Michelle. I draw you into my consciousness and reality of divine love, success, prosperity, good fortune, and infinite money. And it's good to be here with you today.
Thank you so much, Rev.Ike. Thank you for helping wake and shake up this world to their true God-given potential, which you teach and we all know now is unlimited. You are the greatest person I know who teaches us all how to be all that we can be. So if we could just start, if you could give us a little bit about how, I've just muted everybody out now, but we can bring them back in at any time, everybody that's on the call. How did you begin this amazing ministry? It must have been so challenging back then.
Well, yes. It's interesting. I started preaching when I was 14. And way back then, and increasingly, people's great problem and hang-up seemed to have been the lack of money.
Right.
And counselors marriage counselors tell us that the one problem that breaks up marriages more than anything else is the money problem. And I've seen a lot of people get well in their bodies and a lot of other things, good things happen when they solve their money problems. And so I began to minister to people in that regard. And my mantra is, for example, that I mention in every letter: good health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, good fortune, and unlimited money. And I want you to receive these words as they go out, because these words are blessings, and these words will charge all of you for all of the blessings that we mention.
Yes! Everybody says yes to that. We've got one of our ringtones with Rev.Ike saying it. How about everybody just say health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and
prosperity and money. Prosperity.
Limited money.
I can just see the money coming out of your mouths.
Oh, wow. So, Rev.Ike, what are the most important steps we can take towards having money consciousness?
I'll have to begin that by giving you the 3 levels of money. Now, level number 3, I'm beginning backward, is the material level. And most people are on the material level of money, and some never think of money any higher than the material level, the coin of the realm, the finance, and so on. But that is really the lowest level of money, and I'm not knocking it. We need it on that level. And then level 2 is the psychological level of money, because money is also a psychic entity. This is why we need to learn to think right and believe right about money, because money is a psychic energy, and we should not ever insult money or say anything negative about money. Now let's go to the highest level of money. And this is where I want to help all of you rise to today. And the highest level of money is the spiritual level. It's that level where you come to the knowledge, where you know that I am money. Everybody say, I am money.
To mute them all out just for a second. There's so many people on the call.
Oh,
that
yes,
was awesome. How powerful was that with everybody saying that?
That was great. And that is the highest level of money. And so from now on, I want you to begin to deal with money from that highest level, and it will obtain on the other 2 levels, the psychic level and the material level. You'll even find money materializing in your hands and pockets and in your clothing and in various ways that intellectually you won't understand. And by the way, this teaching that I give is not just simply an intellectual exercise. It is an exercise in consciousness. And to specifically address the question that Michelle posed, this is what we have to do. we have to exercise our consciousness of money and of all good on the very highest level and realize that I am money. If you want to do a healing, start from the spiritual level. I am healing. I am whole. I am well. And you will discover that that will obtain on the psychic level as well as on the material and physical level. Now, for a subject, I'm using already what is money in various definitions. I'll use various definitions of money, and it may sound intellectually as if they are different, but they're really not. Now, here is a long-running definition of money, and I'll slow it down just a little bit in case there are those who are taking notes. Money is the love energy of believing and feeling that I am. See, whatever good you desire to be, to do, and to have on the material level, you must go to the spiritual level and possess it. Claim it. Affirm it. And that is what Jesus meant when he taught his disciples to pray, Our Father which art in heaven. You see, that immediately projects us to our highest level, the level of the Father, the level of our spiritual origin, source, and supply of all God, good love. So again, money is the love energy of believing and feeling that I am. And let me insert here also, the Bible opens by describing to us how God the Almighty created the earth. It said that the earth was without form and void. And many times people feel that way. And a lot of them feel that way about money. Well, I don't have any money. And again, never say that you don't have money. You do. To rush ahead in a sense, your self-image is really your money on the personal level, because whatever you believe yourself to be, you will manifest that. That's why on the spiritual level of money, we say, I am money. I am health. You see, because I am is God. Mm-hmm. And every time you use the term I am, you are really saying God. Every time you use the word the, T-H-E, you're really saying God. Mm-hmm. And we should never take the name of the Lord in vain, because that name of that nature reproduces whatever you feel, whatever you believe, whether it is so-called good, bad, or indifferent, on the psychic and on the material level. Now, the earth was without form and void, and that could represent our experience, where there seems to be a lack of what we desire, of the good that we desire. And listen what God did. It sounds so easy. It says, and God said. You see, every one of you have money in your mouth. Mm. Let us affirm, I am a big money mouth.
I am money mouth.
big money mouse.
I am a big money mouse.
I am a big.
Okay. So, God said, let there be light, according to the King James Version. But esoterically, what God said was, I am light. And you will discover there in several of those verses that opens the Bible where God said, let there be. But esoterically, what God said was, I am. And whatever God said, I am, became.
Mm.
And so it is the same with you. You have the power of creation in your mind, your consciousness, and in your mouth. And when you speak it, it begins to express. Now let me back up again and start the long money definition that I have for you. Money is the love energy of believing and feeling that I am. And one of my tapes that Michelle is offering on the web here is titled, Feeling Gets the Blessing. Feeling gets the blessing. And I'd like to play with words for a moment and say, feeling lets the blessing. Say that 3 times, everybody. Feeling something lets it come into manifestation on the material level as well as on the psychic level. And this addresses Michelle's question at the beginning also. What we need to learn to do is to meditate. That first psalm says that the blessed man or the blessed mind, the secret of the blessed man or the blessed mind or the prosperous mind is that he meditates on the law of the Lord day and night. And one of the techniques that you can use is just to simply sit quietly and on a daily basis, and probably several times a day if it's only 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and feel that you are already being, doing, and having the good that you desire. And you will discover that feeling lets the blessing. Now, money is the love energy. You see, the experts in physics, the physicists, tell us that everything is energy. That's true on the physical level. It is also true on the spiritual level, the metaphysical level. Money is the love energy. On Rev.Ike's tape, one of the several that Michelle has to offer, if you want to get them, on the back of that tape, feeling gets the blessing, is a statement from Rev.Ike. That's me. It says, I must begin with the basic, wholesome emotion of love for myself and everyone. See, love is the beginning point, really, of everything, because it clears away all of the hatred. It forgives self, and it forgives every self. And you are going to find out in this practice that there's a lot of stuff that you must let go of. And it brings me to another tape that Michelle offers by Rev.Ike titled, Get Your Butt out of the way.
I love that one.
Because you find out that what stops you many times is that you have a but in the way. Well, I would like to do such and such a thing, but I would like to have a lot of money, but you have to get all those buts out of the way. Well, that tape deals with all of that. And let me start this definition again. As I said, reminding you that this is not just simply an intellectual exercise. It's an exercise in consciousness because, and remember this, write it down if you have something. Only consciousness is anything and everything. Only consciousness does anything and everything. Only consciousness has anything and everything. And so if you don't rise to this higher spiritual level in your relationship with money, you're really missing the big point. Money is the love energy of believing and feeling that I am. Because whatever I believe and feel that I am, with the love energy of my being, my mind, my consciousness, is automatically purchased, obtained, and achieved in the marketplace of life on all levels.
Oh, my goodness, that is brilliant. The way you say
we're
things.
Always shopping.
Yes, automatically purchased.
Buying. And let me use that word again, self-image. I think I introduced that a few moments ago. Self-image. Whatever your image of yourself is. And Michelle, by the way, has the Rev.Ike tape on visualization that deals with that. Whatever your image of yourself is, whatever you see yourself as, you automatically draw that to you. Jesus put it this way, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me, which I esoterically translate, whatever idea or image of yourself you lift up in your mind will draw all corresponding manifestations unto you. So there are things that we must do concerning money on the material level, but don't get hung up with money down on the material level. Go to the spiritual level and cultivate those feelings of I am money. Again, a verse of Scripture. He who cultivates his mind shall have plenty of bread. If any of you have ever been down in the hood or heard some hood talk, you know what bread, who knows what bread is?
Oh, yeah, bread, yeah, absolutely.
What is bread?
Cash, dollar bills there.
Money.
Money.
And so you have to cultivate this. This again addresses the question, what we must do in order to have money and to have more money, that Michelle asked. We must cultivate. Yes, he who cultivates his land, it says. The land representing your mind, your consciousness, your self-consciousness. You must cultivate the idea, the feeling, the vision of yourself, being, doing, and having all the good that you desire. And this is the money that will buy it, purchase it, obtain it, achieve it in the marketplace of life. So one thing I trust will be a result for you of this call today is that from now on you are going to deal with money from a higher level, and you are going to be surprised in the intellect how it works. Now, money is the love energy of believing and feeling that I am, because whatever I believe and feel that I am, with the love energy of my being, my mind, my consciousness, is automatically purchased, obtained, achieved in the marketplace of life on all levels. Spiritual, psychic, psychological, material, financial, and in the coin of every realm of those of you who are listening from around the world. Now, I said a few moments ago that I am is God. Whatever you add to I am, that's again your self-image, your consciousness, your belief, your feeling. Whatever you add to I am, you become. And at every moment of night and day, whether you are awake or whether you are asleep, your I amness, your consciousness, your belief, your feeling is busy shopping in the marketplace of life. As a matter of fact, while you're asleep, you are more busy than you are while you're awake.
Yes.
This is why a good time to do the exercise is just before going to sleep.
Yes.
And never go to sleep feeling wrong or feeling bad. You quiet yourself, read your books. By the way, Rev.Ike's got a book that Michelle has titled Health, Joy, and Prosperity for You. And you read those books, you listen to your tapes, you meditate, so that you go to sleep in a positive state of mind. Because a lot of the things and even the people that you meet during your waking life or your waking day, you meet them while you are asleep.
Yes.
Now, this will blow your mind, and I love to see people's faces when I tell them this. Do you know, you never meet anybody for the first time.
That is so true. It really is true.
You never meet anybody for the very first time. First of all, you meet them on the spiritual and psychic level of life. You meet them on the psychic level of life first. And so this is why the Jewish book of the law says, let not the sun go down on your wrath, because if you go to sleep angry or in a bad mood, while you're asleep, your subconscious self will go looking for people that are going to bring your anger back to you in your waking state. Now, so whatever you add to I am, by thinking, feeling, believing in your consciousness, you must become, it must come to you. It is the name and the nature of consciousness, of mind, of thought, to become whatever I believe and feel I am. So it's important that you begin this exercise of feeling. that I am rich in every way. I am rich in every way. Everybody say that 3 times.
I am rich in every way.
I am rich.
Right. That is very important. And you notice I'm not just on the material level when I use the term rich or when I use the term money. This takes us all the way back to the spiritual level. I am rich in every way. And again, it deals with my mantra. I am rich in good health, healing, love, catch this now, success, prosperity, and unlimited money. I am rich in every way.
Just listen to this for a minute from our ringtone, because it's so important, like Rev.Ike saying, it's the I am and getting into the feeling. So every time your cell phone rings, you can hear Rev.Ike saying that. Have you got it set up, Trevor?
Which one do you want?
Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money.
Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. Health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money.
And I'm telling you, when you're waiting in the line at the post office and there's all these cranky people and you have that go on when your cell phone rings, you put a lot of happy faces. Everyone's turning around saying, who's saying all that stuff? And we want to thank you again, Rev.Ike, for your wonderful ringtones. They're just phenomenal.
Well, I thank you for letting me be here to share this with you, because it makes us all richer in every way.
I wanted to speak about the feeling gets the blessing now, if that's okay, Rev.Ike?
Sure.
This is, I was just speaking earlier before you came on with all of our Musivation friends. This 6-lesson CD we've now put up on our emusivation.com site as a download MP3 course. It's a 6-lesson course, and I'm telling you, everybody, the way the Rev.Ike has taken the story of Isaac